2 just wrapped up a little while ago on Monday Night Football. I again went 9-7 this week. I was hoping to do a little bit better, but I didn't. So I'll have to correct that next week, hopefully. If not, fuck it. You know, I never claimed to be Jimmy the Greek. Yesterday's games, Pittsburgh and Tennessee. Who would have thought? I mean, Tennessee was looking really good last year, at least the second half of the season. With Roethlisberger out, I kind of assumed that Pittsburgh would be struggling, and they're not. Kansas City and Cleveland, that was a game that was a toss-up. I took Kansas City to win, so I'm glad that they did. It's nice to see the Chargers get a little bit of some competition in their division. Miami and Minnesota. Yesterday while watching the games, I was watching the Charger highlights, or I was watching the action on ESPN during the game because it got blacked out around here. And one of the things that I noticed was ESPN blurb. Was an ESPN blurb about Brett Favre and how he's dooming the Vikes. Some of you guys may have seen that. It was pretty funny. That was just an epic implosion. Let's see here. Tampa Bay and Carolina. Who would have thought Tampa Bay would beat Carolina and Carolina would be so bad? But then again, that was a toss-up too. Philly and Detroit. That was something. Shit, I took Philly to win, so I'm happy they won, but Detroit, I don't see Detroit going anywhere. Chicago and Dallas. Wow, this was epic. Who's the bigger failure? Cutler or fucking Romo the Homo? Buffalo and Green Bay. Wow. I was impressed at the score. Green Bay seems to have improved their O-line the way it seems. I didn't really get to see too many of the highlights. Fox didn't do too many of the game breaks yesterday. At least not during the Chicago-Dallas game. They cannot go into Chicago next week looking cocky. They can't make that mistake. As soon as they do, they're dead. Arizona and Atlanta. Wow. Atlanta, I'm going to have to keep my eyes on. Who would have thought? I took Atlanta to win, so I'm glad. Baltimore and Cincinnati. This one kind of surprised me because of all the fucking hype surrounding Baltimore. But it seems like every year Baltimore's overhyped and they just don't come through. I don't know. I'm waiting for the T.O. Ocho Cinco implosion to happen. I think that's coming. Probably maybe around week 7, week 8. Midway through the season. St. Louis and Oakland. I thought I was going to lose this game. Oakland somehow pulled it out of their ass. I don't even think Sam Bradford's going to be able to help out St. Louis. I think they just suck. Denver and Seattle. This one wasn't a big shocker to me. I did take Seattle. I may have overthought Seattle this year. I'm not a big fan of theirs, and I usually don't pay them any respect, but I do notice things that happened in previous seasons. Let's see here. Jacksonville and San Diego. What can I say? I took Jacksonville. I talked all that shit. Now I'm eating crow. Well, shit happens, man. I still think San Diego's a garbage team. They got their home opener blacked out. It's very possible that the Arizona game here in San Diego is going to get blacked out. I'm not going to comment one way or another. It's too soon to tell. Last I heard, there were 12,000 tickets that needed to be sold. And they got 2 weeks to do it, so who knows? It's a double-edged sword. It could work for them or against them. It's really hard to tell right now. Houston and Washington. this was a nail biter for me because I took Houston, and I'm glad they won, and I'm glad I didn't look like a jackass by taking them. Houston has their problems. The upset of the week, I thought, was the New York Jets game. I took New England to win. I'm not a big Patriot supporter. I don't believe in that fucking Spygate bullshit. I think that all that is a bunch of fucking homo fucking jocks, you know, talking shit about the Patriots and their jealousy. Oh, they cheated. Yeah, fuck you, you know. I don't give a fuck what they did. They earned their fucking rings. With that said, I was kind of surprised. I left the house when at halftime for a little while. I'm not sure if it was 14-7 in favor of the Patriots or not. Could have been 14-14. I don't remember exactly what the score was, but I got back about 5 minutes into the fourth quarter, and I was quite shocked. 21-14, and then a few minutes later it was 28-14. That's when I knew that that game was over. I don't think it's so much that the Jets are that good. I think it's just that the Patriots beat themselves. I mean, certain teams, they implode a little bit, and I think that's kind of what happened. I'm not worried about either team. You know, everybody's talking about Super Bowl hype right now, and I just wish these fuckers would stop that shit. It takes away from the game. You know, let the fucking season play out. You know, you'll never see me rooting on my Packers. Oh, 19-0, Super Bowl. You will not ever see me doing that bullshit. Because I'm not the amazing fucking Kreskin. I can't tell you who's going to win the Super Bowl. I don't know who's going to be there. I really don't give a shit. I watch the season as it progresses, 1 week at a time. I mean, this is high school basics we're talking about here. Giants and Indy, Manning Bowl too. I watched a little bit of that, and I heard some on the radio while out and about. I'd like to see a Super Bowl between these two. I think that would be a true Manning Bowl. I doubt it's ever going to happen. These two match up every 4 years. This was the second time in 4 years that they've played each other. I took the Giants. I took the Giants to win. Sorry, Billy Bats. I didn't believe in your team. Depending on who they play next week, I don't know. I mean, I make my picks based on who I think is going to win, not who I hate or who I like or anything like that. I make my picks with my head and not my heart. To me, it's just easier. New Orleans and San Francisco. I watched this game tonight, and I thought they were pretty evenly matched up. 4 turnovers, though. I gotta hand it to San Francisco. They shocked the shit out of me before the game. Right before kickoff, I put on my Facebook, are you ready to watch the Saints kick the shit out of the 49ers? Because I really believe that they were going to kick the shit out of them. After watching them and Reggie Bush getting hurt, they're just not going to repeat at the Super Bowl. I don't see it happening. I could be wrong. They might win the next fucking 5 Super Bowls. Who knows? From what I could tell, I don't see it. I wasn't real impressed with their game. I mean, that was a nail biter. That was one of the better Monday night games, and as everybody knows, Monday night games are supposed to be the nail biters. I have a feeling that next week's game in Soldier Field in Chicago is going to be a nail biter. Who knows? But anyways, till next week.